Right, welcome back to Horsepower Hair TV. This is another one of my stories. This is something that actually did happen. I've changed someone's name just to protect their identity. So I'm going to say that person's called Michael Taylor, who used to live in Ickenham, just to protect his identity. So picture this. I think it's about 1986. Myself and Michael both got our first jobs. We were on the YTS training scheme. Those that are old enough will remember that. I think it was £26 a week, £27.50 a week I think we earned. Anyway, Michael's working for a Vauxhall garage. I'm working in a hairdressing salon. Surprise, surprise. I worked in Uxbridge. Michael worked in Denham. And I'm riding home on my Peugeot racing bike. You know, I was high end at the time. I had a Peugeot Racer and a BMX. So if you had both, you were doing well. Michael, however, had his mum's Honda Express twist and go moped with the shopping basket on the front. He's probably squeezed some extra power out of it. It probably done 35, probably should have done about 30. He's got an extra 5 miles an hour out of it. Michael's nickname at the time was Nimrod because he went far. Wherever he went, he was going as flat out as he could on the, it still does actually, on the vehicle that he had. He was either driving or he didn't have a driving licence then, he was riding. So, I'm riding home. I live in Harefield at the time. It's a lovely sunny day. It's 1986. I'm on my push bike. I hear this angry sort of wasp/bumblebee sound. It's Michael. He's coming up behind me. He's on the Honda Express moped. He's come up behind me. He's pulling up sight. He's shouting at me, probably trying to push me off the bike or something like we used to do at the time. We're laughing, we're joking. Those were the days we didn't have a care in the world. Michael says to me, "I've got a great idea." He said, "We could get you home quicker if I tow you." I thought, amazing. I've just ridden from Uxbridge, a little tow home. What can go wrong? He pulls over. We look around. He's got a bungee cord. Perfect. What could go wrong with a bungee cord? So, one end around the luggage rack on the back of the Honda Express, one end around the handlebars. Perfect. Bit of a wobble when we pulled away, and also the bungee cord sort of stretched to its maximum stretch, and then when it got to that, it was sort of catapult me forward. So I used to have to put my brakes on to try and stop hitting the back of his moped. And of course, then it was it was like this sort of spring sort of thing. Now this plan was all going really well until we come to the twisty turny bits of Springwell Lane. Now there's only one way to go around dangerous corners if you're being towed by Honda Express on a on a Peugeot racing bike, and that is flat out. Michael's got it to the stop. He's flat out. He's to the guns. And he's kind of looking over his shoulder. I'm laughing, the bungee cord stretching. I didn't think of it breaking and hitting me or him in the back. We didn't think of that. We were 16, I think, at the time. Didn't have a care in the world. Flat out. Here we go. Michael looks back at me. I'm looking at him. I'm shouting at him. Turn round. And my dad's neighbour's coming round the corner in his Jaguar XJS with his family in the car. I thought, oh my God, we're going to hit this car. Going to hit this car. I hit the brakes. Michael accelerates. I'm now being dragged down the road. I'm upright. I'm being dragged down the road. I've got no choice but to let go of the brakes because I'm going out of control. I just hope I make it. I'm heading towards the driver's side wing of the Jaguar. I'm going to impact. So what I decided to do was push the racing bike as far away from me and kind of lean over like that, so my bum was sort of hanging off and I was pushing it, so I went round. I polished the side of that Jaguar with my arse and believe me, I felt every single one of those door handles as my bum went over them. We fell about laughing. We never stopped. The neighbour never said anything. My dad was never told, or my mum, as far as I know. They haven't confessed to knowing this story. And that is how we polished the side of a Jaguar with my bottom on a hot summer's day with Michael towing me on a Honda Express with a bungee cord.